Alright, it's Tuesday, and it's time for my ace tourney. And it's even better, it's time for the start of case 4 of the first game. This is the case where the game originally, like, this is the last case of the original game. I think there's a case after this. I think it's actually on this cart. I don't want to hit the continue button in case it just starts the game, but that was kind of like an add-on for when they re-released it on the DS. Which for North American audiences would have been the first time the game came out. But Case 4 is where we get to really learn about Edgeworth. And we've already, I know if you've never met Edgeworth before, at the very beginning of the game, he seems a little, well, like he cheats, and he probably does. But last case we saw him soften up, where he was just like, wait, my client might really be guilty. Wait, no. That's, Well, we get to learn more. Load this save. It's been what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge! What? Merry Christmas! Also, this is where the Merry Christmas memes come from. Dun dun dun! Oh no! Edgeworth killed a person! Christmas Day! Hey, Nick! Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? For reasons? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick, isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course, except I've been slagging off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake, it's close. Oh, darn. Ah, sorry, them's the breaks. Can you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea! Well, so much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news. A large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. Oh, I just remembered a bunch of people who show up in this case now. It's been so long. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, in a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake, Nessie, proved to be a hoax, locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Spoilers TV. So boring. Can't they show real news for a change? Nick? The water pressure's kinda low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with a hose? Good idea, Nick! Alright. Sarcasm, not strong point. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time, it's murder! Gourd Lake again. The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, Age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor, known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Oops! Maya. The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? I mean, we say he's a suspect, but to be honest, it's the moment you get arrested in this game, you're basically the killer. Not really, but they essentially assume so. I don't know. Let's go find out. What should we do? What do you mean? Let's investigate. You're right. Right. Okay. Alright, let's go to the detention center. I'm assuming he's here. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? Yeah. You know, the beginning of this game, our best friend basically got accused of murder, and then in the second one, our new assistant got accused of murder, and also we got accused of murder in the same case. And then, well, I guess last case, nobody we really knew got accused of murder. It was just a person on a hero show. But now Edgeworth, everybody in this game gets convicted of murder. Accused of murder at one time or another. I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. It doesn't really come up in conversation. Ah. Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? I don't think he's in a good mood. Well, I mean, he is in detention. A detention center, not like school detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh. Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad. Or burst into tears, maybe. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time we can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Even though we definitely don't have clients. Yes, you do. He's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it? Well, duh. We're gonna help you, that's what. Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. Hey. Sure, you got lucky and won all 3. But your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, right? Experience. Nick, he's insulting you. Wait, why am I the one who gets angry? The murder took place at Guard Lake, correct? Yes. Late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices in the courthouse. Why are you down there? I see no need to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? I mean, why would he talk to us? Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth, let me defend you. Ha! Ha ha ha. Good one, right? But I'm not that hard up, not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? trust a wet behind the ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never! What? My case is near hopeless, Wright. Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Gee, I wonder why. Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. I mean, it also could be because a lot of the prosecutors are assumed to be people who cheat. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Alright, fine. We'll go to the lake without your permission. This is where it happened? Yep, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Oh, I just remembered some other characters that show up. This is gonna be good. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over here? Well, there's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir. Nothing. Idiot. The trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double. But sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested the attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one. Shut up! Just you try saying that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today. Recruits. Pah. Ah! Eek! You're that hairy guy, Harry Butts! No, it's Phoenix Wright. And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Yes. I get me. Yeah, yes. I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it! Well, he's different than usual. What's up? Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet. Oh. You don't say. Detective Gumshoe. Do you know what happened here? Oh, you don't know? No. Oh, okay, Mr. Head in the Pink Fluffy Clouds lawyer. What? Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were 2 men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth? A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. How'd they get there so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness? You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you? Absolutely not. Impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it. Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, Detective? Of course I do. But the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously. Oh no! After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side. Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. I mean, I can't remember. Detective, have you met the Von Karmas? They're kind of nasty. Can kind of see why no one wants to hang out with Edgeworth. Not really his fault, but still. We haven't met the Von Karmas yet, if anyone's wondering. Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case? Yeah, he's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost your reputation, be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they have a witness. Hey, pal, don't tell me you're going to turn your back on him, too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent. Yes, I know. That was literally, like, not that long ago. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying, right, 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 over and over. Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Nope, maybe not. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Who was this witness? Ah, sorry, that's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow. Was there only one? Yeah, it was pretty cold out of the lake last night. And it was Christmas Eve after all. We're gonna highlight a lot that it was Christmas and Christmas Eve. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're gonna turn up another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty. Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa. Detective Gumshoe, sir. What? Find something? No, sir, not yet. There was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh. Sorry. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me about before I head back? Well, do you have any information on the victim? Sorry. They haven't worked up the autopsy report yet. Waiting for it. Actually, say if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there. Well, that's kind of nice. You're not coming back? Probably not. What should we do if we have something to talk to you about? Oh, here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. What? We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem. You got my permission. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right, now let's get investigating. Alright, what can we look at? Trees? It's cold out. What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. Yeah, it's because you're wearing sandals. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo. Sign says Gourd Lake Nature Park. It's full of families picnicking on the weekend. But no waterfall. Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. Alright, that looks like about it. Well, let's go to the beach. Other people can't see her, right? Okay, they can see Maya. It's, I think they can kind of see Mia when Mia is in Maya through the spirit medium thing. Not in the sense of, like, I'm not sure if it's in the sense of, like, we actually notice the physical attributes so much as you notice that she seems different. Maybe? I don't know if that gets explained. But Maya is a real person who is alive right now. It's her older sister who's dead. December 25th, public beach. Wowzers! This is Gourd Lake? Yep. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand. Samurai dogs. I want a samurai dog. I bet they're great. Yeah, with a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be? They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know? Nope. Anything in the trash? No, empty. I almost didn't see that signpost. Left, boat docks, right, exit. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh, well, a long time ago they used to grow gourds around here. Whoa, no way! I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd from above. You know, like an hourglass shape. Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just coincidence. Oh, okay. Some leftover poppers. The ones you can pull with a string. You see them a lot around New Year's. Oh, they might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on. Admit it. You just want them. Oh, is that obvious? No, take them. Take everything. Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket. It's not very clue-worthy. Not yet. It's a video game. Pick up everything. Plastic benches. I guess the idea is you buy a dog and eat it here. I doubt anyone would sit here and eat on a day like this. Except maybe Maya, if she had a samurai dog. Hot dog stand. Closed. Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. Banner reads samurai dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. Well, no, they got to, like, partway through January. Phoenix Wright. The decoration critique. Woods? Let's go to the woods. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping, right beside the no camping sign. Yeah, they got guts camping at the scene of a murder. Hey, Nick. If they were camping here last night, they might know something. Oh, that's true. Good call. Let's talk to them. The sign says, no camping. Funny place to pick to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign said, no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. This SUV has seen better days. It's dented all over. I'll take your word for it. Can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Hey, Nick. What, don't tell me you're hungry again. No, I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum then. I'm not having this conversation. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. Takes pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. Trees grow quite thick here. Further back, the trees fade into the shadow where the sunlight can't reach them. Let's touch someone's equipment. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. Must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Oh, cool. Let's try it out. Cough. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick! Nick! Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices? Well, what then? These things? The party poppers? Bang. Well, it responded. Yeah! You! Get your hands off of that! Eek! What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done now. There goes a whole roll of film. What? Huh? Sorry? Sorry's nice, but it don't pay my bills. You all know how much a roll of that film costs. I'll pay you back. What were y'all thinking setting off a party popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know what y'all Yanks think. I say those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl, why they must be dumb. Let me tell you, just because I might be dumb don't mean we all are. Nick, help. And who are you? Her chaperone? Yeah, no. No. We're friends. Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and then say it. For bejesusum's sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of my papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day. Oh boy. Guess we should pay for her film. Watch it. Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. There go our party poppers. Hey, what? Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera? Someone? I'm not naming any names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. This is my badge. Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't trying to pull one of those lawsuits on me over that film now. Cause I'll have you know I'm a fighter and I wrestled meaner looking things than you. No? We're here investigating a murder that took place on the lake. Murder? Sounds cool! Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, somebody cares about my badge. You too. You all come out of hiding now. I won't bite hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya go? Sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed with the culture gap and all. Never mind, honey. I can talk yank for you if it pleases you. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta. Lotta Hart. But you can all call me Lotta. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet ya. Okay. Somebody cared about my badge, now I can talk to them. So, when was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. Happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. Oh, that's so. Christmas Eve. A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure, though. Y'all gotta remember I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I see enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen then. So, what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Ha! Y'all don't really want to know what that, do ya? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U. Right in the heart of the Heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university. So I hear. When did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell y'all that already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers. Falling stars. That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German made. A genuine Solingen? I don't know if that's a real thing. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? Device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Party popper. Oh, that? That mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera? Neat. Put that in the court record. Lotta, yeah. So your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises? Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey, y'all pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked them once. Don't remember if there was anything on them, though. But what if I got something? I could be a witness to a genuine murder. I'll go check that film. You all come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later? Game's like, you have done the thing you were supposed to do. Leave now. Alright, we'll go to the boat rental shop. Did we get to find the parrot right away, or is that later? I think he's in the boat rental. Nick, what is this place? A boat rental shop. Closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats won't be good for business either. Boats. I've never ridden on a boat. Really? How about we go out on one when the trial is done? Oh, that's fun. Sure. Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. Probably closed because it's Christmas. I don't know if... I mean, okay, yes, the game doesn't take place in Japan for localization reasons, but I don't know if stores actually close in Japan for Christmas. It's kind of like a... It's a holiday for friends out there. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. There's some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder? Nick. Huh? I changed my mind. I don't want to go for a boat ride. Oh, okay. There's no... Nope, no slide option. Well, I guess we could go here. Sure. Oh, did they add that? Or has that always been in the game? The mascot in the background. Because I'm pretty sure they don't talk about the police mascot till later. Was that always there? They had that for the remake? I guess Detective Gumshoe is still in that meeting. Hey. Thanks for coming down, pal. Detective Gumshoe! We just finished the meeting. For better or for worse. I get the feeling we're in for some bad news. Is that police department's mascot? The Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. I see. How nice. I'll get him assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department if it's the last thing I do. Good luck. Well, I can't remember if that's actually supposed to be there or if that's just something they decided to add. Poster of police officer. Nope. Latest calendar. Yep, okay. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Gord Lake? Gordy cited. I don't believe it. Shouldn't you be reading something more important? These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Alright, hands against the wall, all of you. Don't even think about escaping. I got eyes in the back of my head. He must be doing image training for arrests. Sure. Because that doesn't look like a spreadsheet. Alright. Do we know anything about the victim? No, still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. How did the meeting go? I can't tell you. You're a lawyer. True? You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you or me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So they think Mr. Edgeworth did it. Well, the trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled. I see. Hey, in the end you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Yes, sir. And do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the only ones to help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, Detective. How come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. Really? He doesn't seem to think much of you most of the time. We trust each other, and that's how it works. A working relationship. See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We've got to earn that trust he places in us. I see. Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust, and you have my word on that. Hey, did you ever get that autopsy report? Oh, yeah, I made a copy for you. Alright, time of death, sometime on the 24th or 25th. Cause 1 bullet shot to the heart. Shot to the heart. Thank you. Nick? Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? Yes, I happen to have it. That face. Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. 15 years, maybe? Okay. I hope it helps you. Thanks. Oh, he said something nice. Alright. Let's go to the detention center. Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask, but you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request. Huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that, but I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere. But Nick... How you been? He hasn't moved an inch. Oh, there's actually nothing interesting on that one, huh? Okay, well, let's go back to the lake, I suppose. Happen to miss anything here? No? Okay. And we still have gotten everything here. Okay, good. Maybe the photo's ready. Wait, if I remember right, she won't give us the photo. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Wait up a sec. We got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey. This is them. Take a look. Wait. See? He's shooting him with that pistol. It looks like that, yes. You can't really tell who that is shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. How did you forget? Never mind. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? Yeah? What's that? Now don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. I'm not even gonna try and attempt it. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. You can have this photo. Later. Wait, a lot of... What? Can you see I'm busy? Tell us what you saw too. Nice try. But I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Thanks, Lotta. Don't let it get your skeevies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter, I'm gone. No, I like this. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now? Well, if she saw something, there's nothing much we can do about that. What exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. Now we have this photo. There's probably... Oh. An expensive looking camera. Looks like a computer is attached to the camera. Okay. Ooh! Looks like the police have given up their interviewing. Hey! Ah! Nick, I think Santa's mad at you. Long time no see, Nick. Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection. Don't be ridiculous. Dude, it's me. Everybody ready? That's right, it's Larry Butts. What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm working my day job. I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl, fiancé, deserves the best. Fiancé? Not another model, I hope. Oh, they're fine. It was her idea that I wear this costume. She was all like, you go, girlfriend, you know? She bought this costume for me. That's great, Larry. Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not your... Not my what? No, she's not. I'm his partner, Maya Fey. I'm, the little sister. Sister? Wow, Nick must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister. No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my older sister's little sister. Huh? Well, that sounds great. Don't worry, Maya, he's not listening. Hey, Larry. There was a murder here last night. Since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with Kianci, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. Oof. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya. No, it's just... Kianci's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. A model. I knew it. Well, anyway. There was a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow. Huh, neat. The defendant is Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick! You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth? Old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Murder? Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. Bomb drop. What? Tell me about the dogs. Huh? Oh, the samurai dogs? Why are they samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look like gourd-shaped. Oh, well, originally they were gourd dogs. You know, like guard dogs. Ouch. The samurai thing was Kiance's idea. Oh, you know, she was all, change the name and you go, girlfriend. She made me that banner. I mean, that's neat. Kids can't get enough of samurai dogs. Something about it just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake, what with the big news. The big news? Yeah, Gordy. Gordy? So Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate? Yeah, Nick, Kim, and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father? Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait. You said defense lawyer? Yeah. Wait a second. But Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. Like the total opposite of a defense lawyer. Huh. Go figure. Always used to talk about defending the weak who were unable to defend themselves. And he used to go on and on about man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. Wonder what changed his mind, though. Oh, we'll get into that. Do you know Nick? Nick? What's Gordy? Huh? Oh, you mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake. A giant, mysterious monster. Gordy. A monster? Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo. Wow, it's really real. Giant life form appears in Gourd Lake. Nick, a monster! A real monster! Yeah. It's probably just a log, though. Hey, there's a quote here from a person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang, like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. I wish I could have seen it. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, could I borrow this article from you? Sure. That'll be $1 million. 1 million? Grow up, Larry. Gordy article added to court record. What's this? It's a camera. You can take pictures with it. Larry? You mean you don't know what a camera is? Of course I know. Hey, you're looking at a bona fide junior high graduate. I was talking about the weird contraption on that camera. Oh, that, well, hard to explain. Just forget about it. Well, don't go showing it to me then. Jeez. Do you know this guy? Who's this? I don't know. That's why I asked you. Who's this, Maya? Well... Oh wait, Maya said she'd seen him before, didn't she? What's this? You know, my eyes have been getting pretty bad lately, Nick. Actually, the photo's blurry. It was taken last night. Last night? Okay. Actually, that makes... Okay, let's go back to the rental shop since we're here. No, okay. Let's go to the office. Go to the entrance. Go to the office. What is it? Oh, nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at the office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait. You mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. So what we're gonna see now is a lot of stuff that actually starts relating back to case 2 with DL6. That was the last time I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him for old time's sake. Ahem. Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha, your ma is something or not. Her understudy, yes, Phoenix Wright. Ah, and your... something... her little sister, yes. Ah, you've grown. You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know. Takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon. Mr. Grossberg, sir. Hmm? Ah, yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter? There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard? I just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news. I guess he hadn't heard anything. Hey, whatever happened to that painting? Oh, yes. I do not think it shall be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old, bitter desserts. Is there anything new? These books don't look like they've been read. Oh, well, let's take them back to the office. You won't miss them. We don't need them. Can we take the wooden bear? Oh, I forgot how much. I don't know why I forgot. You're such a klepto. It is kind of cute. Desk. Hey, Nick. I want a desk like that in our office, too. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready to sit at a desk like that yet. Huh? I meant for me. You better start saving your allowance. Why is the wall here a different color? Big painting was hanging there until recently. What happened to it? He gave it to someone. I bet he gave it to some romantic interest. Love blooms eternal. Sure, why not? Table for clients. We should put things on our client table too. I'm not really into smoking. We could put out candy or gum. Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Ah! Did you remember? He was a lawyer, here in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond. Mr. Hammond? And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot? So, this camera on the lake takes a photo. Well, that's what she said. I just happened to be set up on the beach pointing out on the lake. Yes. She said it was to photograph shooting stars. Shooting stars, explosions. What's the connection? I'd be suspicious of this witness of yours. I mean, yeah, you don't really... Like, if it's pointing at the lake, that's not really a shooting star kind of thing, is it? Is this the moment the crime took place? Can't really say for sure that's Edgeworth. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, can't help me with that. Did that open up? Great. Who's this Hammond guy? Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes, the DL6 incident. DL6. Why does that sound so familiar? See case 2. Perhaps you remember. I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss, they used a spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium, Misty Fey. Your mother contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes. Happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught the criminal, right? Correct. Misty Fey used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case, and the suspect was declared innocent. And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out, right, Mr. Grossberg? Or, yes, quite. Thank you. No, please, don't mention it. DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, What does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth is 24. This case took place 15 years ago. That would have made him... like 9? Yeah, 9. It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? His father? If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait. This is a photograph of my mother. Gregworth. Quickly! To the detention center! What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited, yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, Wright. You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know. But I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested, a man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder? Correct. That spirit medium, that was my mom. What? You're... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now this? About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago, on December 28th. December 28th? The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitations runs out legally, the case never happened. That's not really what a statute of limitations means. It doesn't mean, like, the thing never occurred. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from the public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So, was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps. I'd rather not talk about it. Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right? It pains me to ask you this now. I know, he wants us to defend you. Yes, will you? Well, yes, of course we will. Ah, who would have guessed this day would come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know. Huh? My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Well, I guess we should... What's that? Earthquake. It's a big one. What? It's calming down. Oh, that was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's gonna stand up again anytime soon. Well, let's go. Okay. We have to give this to Detective Gumshoe. Just a minor earthquake, and, you know, I guess in case we'll just leave him. No, running is definitely not a smart thing to do in an earthquake. What's going on here? Eek! What's wrong, Detective? Also, yes, we're definitely going to solve the case from 15 years ago just before the statute of limitations runs out, in case you were wondering and thinking, gee, that's oddly convenient that we have a 3-day case that would end on the very day that is the last day. This wild lady comes in here just a while ago, and she says she has to talk to us after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about? Oh, a lot of heart. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth a death sentence? No? But, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No? So, what did Miss Hart say? She says she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol. What? She even had a photograph to prove it. Right, I saw it too. But really, you can't tell who the photo is. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but we should let us see who's who. There is no way, no matter how much you enhance that photo, that you are going to see who the heck is shooting the gun. That is not how anything of that works. She can do that? Okay, so there's gonna be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great. Just great. Going by CSI rules. Probably. In any case, she's going to be the one testifying tomorrow. What happened to the other witness? Well, apparently there was a cancellation. I'm afraid tomorrow is going to be life or death for poor Mr. Edgeworth. We got a witness who says she saw the very moment of the murder, and we got a photo taken when the shot rang out. I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say? If he's innocent, there's got to be something I've overlooked. Sounds like Mr. Edgeworth is going to ask you to state... just has to file the paperwork. But you still have time. Go talk to him. Convince him. Yeah, okay. I guess I should have led with this. Look, what I got. Oh, you did it! Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow, then. Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried. Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little bit. Well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm gonna go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later. I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. Oh, we'll find out soon. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. So now we all know that we were grade school buddies in grade 4. And we owe Edgeworth for a thing that Edgeworth doesn't remember. It's something that happened in grade 4. I won't tell you what. We'll let the story hit that part naturally, but it's very anime of it. December 26th, 9:44 a.m. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma, the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Now, every game kind of has a different prosecutor. Edgeworth is beloved. Von Karma is downright evil looking. Well, you'll see soon. In later game, maybe it's game 2, we meet his daughter. But I think my favorite prosecutor is Godot. He has like a laser eye mask, and he's constantly drinking coffee. And you may have seen gifs of him on the internet. That's going to be a completely different game, though. Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Ugh. So he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. Oh, come on, you're not gonna right out say it. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. In one of the later games, one of the prosecutors is a guy who's currently in jail the entire time, and he attacks the judge with a bird. Constantly. As if that's okay. We don't have to worry about that right now, but, you know. It's just weird. Oh wait, maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Oh, Maya. No. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me, times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. For story reasons, you know. Oh, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. But you might get to see it eventually, Edgeworth. Well, let's head in. Sometimes my friend becomes a different person briefly. Don't worry about it. Cases. Court's now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Karma? Is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right. My apologies. Oh, he's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Well, nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident. Now. Yes, sir. Oh, he looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Alright, now we have a map. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes? Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Oh no! Wrong! There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not! A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. Okay, what do we have for... we have a camera, a time of death, sometime, picture taken at 12:15, this, an article, and the overhead map. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Wow, his voice. Just like, That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. A lot of heart. What happened next? How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? About 3 minutes? Wow, that's really good timing. That's very fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. The voice for objection coming from Von Karma has the same kind of tone as, like, fatality. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got the share of objections. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. No, no, no. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet into evidence. Alright. 22 caliber pistol. Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe? That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Ack, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints for Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Fingerprints? Oh no. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. 22 caliber pistol, fired 3 times. So, what we have so far is, a pistol that's been fired 3 times, somebody who heard 2 gunshots, and only 1 bullet that was definitely the decisive blow. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know the meaning of something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Tisk, very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic finger prints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Oh, this is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge? Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now. But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. Uh-huh. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. It's not a suicide. How am I going to convince anyone of that? At least I don't think it ended that way. Say, Maya. Huh? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry. It's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Yeah, you're useless. What? No. Of course not. I need you. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't need to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart takes a stand? Oh, I'm sure he's gonna love her. She seems like a chatterbox. Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university? That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. I understand. Alright. Testimony time. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is the photo, accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. I will remove people from the courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There was no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order. I will have order. Well, Judge. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant... Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. Cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or, do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick? Contempt? You know, I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? Of course there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Oh, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. It's Christmas Eve, just after midnight. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really? I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. I was in my car. Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student. I was taking pictures to use in my research. This sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait now. I'm the one who says that. Well then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. I heard this bang come up from the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time? No. I looked after I heard the noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. And when I looked at the chat screen, I saw a party raid from Duchess Rain. Hey Raiders, hey Duchess, how's it going? Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? No, actually it's not. I really don't think it is. This picture has two shadows of people. Ah, I see you're playing some Final Fantasy XIV online. Sounds fun. If you haven't, go check out our raiding party friends over at the Duchess Rain channel. See if they gel with what you like. That sentence made no sense, but I'll stand by it. If you're new, we're in the middle of Case 4 of the first game of Ace Attorney, and we're just having our first interactions with Von Karma, the most evil man we have ever met in our lives, at least during this game. More happens. More happens later. There's always more. There are always scarier characters. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. I'll always press further. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? Almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained! Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough. I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Nick, a lot of his testimony's fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who is that? It was me! Maya, is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lot of heart. Your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea, treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him. I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Order. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. Judge. Ha, George has a backbone. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court. No, I am. If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. My fay. You will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. That last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Edgeworth. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photograph. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with a professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course I said I could, and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it! I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Now I need to find another one. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You used binoculars. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. This one better be good. Let's see, we know it's probably that she wasn't watching at all. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Oh, it has everything to do with this. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant. Can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright? Yes, I do. Make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Okay, maybe I went a little overboard. Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear ya. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. And now wait a minute. Continue your testimony. No unnecessary comments, please. Okay. Set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected. Faces the lake. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Bum 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 bum. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting of Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart, I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at that lake trying to photograph this Gordy. Oh no, I do have proof, technically. No joking around this time, please. It's the camera. The proof is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are you all you lawyers that smart? So, smart boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But, as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason. I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Oh, Lurkersmine. Lying in court in this game just means they get to update their testimony and lie some more. Right, fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. New testimony time. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I lied about that too. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Well, Mr. Wright, you can cross-examine now. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well. You may begin. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. That would be a first. Haha, very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure. I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. I'm an investigative photographer. Investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's what I had, sort of a revelation. I knew I could become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah. They even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on local news Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper. For real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep. Borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. How many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out that I was up to, the lake'd be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah. Second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop? Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually... Mr. Wright, I will not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. Wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know. She heard a bang, and she thought Gordy was out there. I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at that time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so. The lake was smooth as glass, nobody was on the shore either. Better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. It has to be something. Okay. I mean, we try the article? It's also suspicious that there's only one photo. Let's try the article. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It's the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person. But you are far from normal. What? You'll want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order. Continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be witness to a murder. I kinda got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. Oh, this is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness. That's enough. What's in the enlarged photo that you don't like, Karma? What's in the enlarged photo that you don't like? You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. Flashback time. Can't tell who's in it. That's why she said she was going to enlarge the photo. It'll drop the quality, but will let us see who's who. It shouldn't, but, I mean, you know. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth, or worse. What should I do? Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Just keep it on me. Yep. It definitely looks like 2 people. We still can't see who is firing this. It could be the defendant. Or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Like photo added. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. Oh, look at that photo. It doesn't look like they're wearing gloves. There's a couple of people and they're left-handed. That might be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. No, wait, actually... Oh, we don't have evidence to support this, do we? No, we do! Bear's prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Is definitely a left hand. Okay, cool. We do have evidence. I wasn't sure if we actually had evidence or it was going to be one of those sequences. Sometimes you have to press for certain information to get stuff going. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Oh, nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Show other evidence. Wait and see. When they say object to the enlargement, am I objecting to its existence, or... Let's try that then. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. Oh no. No, that seems not quite. Well, maybe. What might that be? The picture was taken in a mirror. It is the kind of game that would pull that kind of stunt, isn't it? What in this photo is strange? Doo-doo-doo. Here. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand what about the shooter is strange. Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? Or, you know, it'd be like, the enlargement was done backwards, or something silly. That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. It's the gun. Evidence clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon here were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You've given us definitive proof today. We now know that it is not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. And in a normal case, that would be the end of it. But no. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. We don't know who to blame, and thus we will not change our verdict until we know who to blame. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, There were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. So, you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Yet. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet! There's no way it could have been suicide. You see, he set the gun up in a very elaborate pulley system that we didn't find for reasons. Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. I like that I'm not the only person who brought up the idea of an elaborate pulley system. He's got really long arms. Okay, so we've updated the autopsy report. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. I feel like that's a good screenshot to use on Twitter. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However... What did I just say? I did not say Miles Edgeworth, did I? That's what I meant to say. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood. Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Alright. 1 court day down. 2 to go. Well, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I've yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm gonna go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks? I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. There we go. I heard 2 sounds like gunshots. It'll be important. Do, 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 do. Maya! Hey Nick, it's you! I'm glad Mr. Edgeworth made it through the day okay. It's a relief. Hey, why'd you do that anyway? Plot points. I mean, I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry. Well, you did save the trial. Just behave from now on, okay? Oh, okay. Yeah, we've hit one point where we said that it was almost Christmas, not really Christmas, but we haven't really hit the actual point where we really make that a point. Have you been questioned yet? No, not yet. Detective Gumshoe was here just now. He said, seeing as this is your first offense, we'll let you go after questioning. Oh, and he wanted me to get bail money ready. You can pay for me, okay? Huh? How much? I don't know. I guess they'll send you a bill or something? Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Any luck with Mia? None. I can't get through to her at all. I tried. I really did. I don't know what to do. I think I probably shouldn't have stopped my training. She sounds like she really did do her best. I should check and see if there are any waterfalls in the local area. I wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Mr. Edgeworth's prints are on this pistol, aren't they? Yes, the prints from his right hand. But they must have gotten on here some other than the shooting. What? Really? The shooter used his left hand. How could I forget after Von Karma rubbed it in so much? So, which of these are the ballistic markings? Not really sure. Her mother. Now that I've shown her the picture, I'm not really sure that was the right thing to do. No, I'm pretty sure it was the wrong thing to do. Let me put that back. Alright. Let's go talk to Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe's not here. Gumshoe's at the scene today. Huh? Oh, really? He's a live wire, that one. Got into a fight with the chief for not following protocol. I bet he couldn't help them build that case. I bet he wouldn't help them build that case against Edgeworth. Alright. Chief said the... if you're held in contempt for court, I think they can, as a punishment, they can put you in jail. But it's like the night or something. It's not usually... I mean, I don't actually know. I've seen other movies do that kind of thing, so I assume that if you continue being in contempt, they can punish you that way, if that is something they want to do. There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. At the same time, though, like, there are definitely a lot of things going on in this courtroom you wouldn't see in a court. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe was here today. Let's go on the beach. Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off paying through the nose on a date with that lovey. She's supposed to be in Hawaii. Though, I suppose maybe she's not. We'll go back here, see if we can find anything. Ah, there he is. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. The trial today, Yes? What about the trial? Well, I was gonna say good show, but it wasn't really all that. Though he did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know? Thanks? Detective Gumshoe. Any idea what strategy Von Karma's planning for tomorrow? It sounds like he's bringing in another witness. Another witness? Oh, right. He said something about that in the trial today. Flashback to the time he said that there were 2 witnesses. I was wondering who that other witness was. Who was it? Sorry. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information. Right. I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth. What's up? Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, see? But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes. It all started with that incident. The DL6 incident? Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes. I wanted to talk to you about Mai Fei. Huh? She's not out on bail yet? That's strange. I told him to let her go as soon as they had the report written up. And I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff. I'll be honest with you, I shed a tear or two. Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved I saw his lip trembling. Really? Cold as ice, Edgeworth? He was really grateful for what she did, you know. I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can. Thank you. Oh wait, I was wondering how much is bail going to be? Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting the whole amount. What? Edgeworth? Did I tell you? He's grateful to her for what she did. Alright. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay? Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. We are representing him. I don't think Lotta takes good care of her SUV. It's covered with dents. Can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. There's a convenience store right up the street. I guess she wanted to get into the outdoor spirit. I mean, sometimes camping's just cheaper, too. Sign says no camping. Anything new about the camera? I hope she doesn't leave it out here to get stolen. Looks like the boat rental shop is closed today, too. Probably closed because of the murder. Oh, yesterday they were closed because of Christmas. Now it's just murder. The murder took place in a boat from this dock. Apparently the police took the actual boat that was used. Oh, okay, that's why we're not really looking there. There's space for one more boat at the dock. Okay, can we get her out of the detention center then? Hey Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Free at last, eh? Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it? Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they? Okay, that reminds me. Thanks for bail. Thank Edgeworth. Huh? He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did. Mr. Edgeworth did that. I have to make it up to him. We've got to win this case, Nick. Alright, let's try... see if anything pops over here. Apparently Mr. Grossberg is on vacation today. That's convenient. I guess I can come back tomorrow if I need anything. Ah, fresh air. Gotta say, freedom feels great. Behave yourself in the courtroom tomorrow, okay? Misbehaving's much more fun. Says the klepto. It's not gonna be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to bail you again. Right, I'll behave. Oh dear. So now we've got her here. If we go back to the detention center, can we talk to Edgeworth? Looks like Edgeworth is in questioning. Let's come back later. Okay. Okay, well now that I have my partner, time to go back to here. Aren't many cops around today, are there? They're probably back at the precinct working up the case against Edgeworth. Hey, y'all. Hey, it's Lotta. You all really did it today. What did we do now? I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking. A little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started blabbing any old thing that came to mind. Lotta. So you see, I want to make it up to y'all. Make it up? What did you think of the trial? To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness, even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble. Just accused a person of murder, that's all, you know, it's... Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing. Yeah, I sure know that now. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder. Right! You mean, the first time you witness a murder. What about Gordy? Right. Well, the way I figure the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photos and rocket to stardom. Alright, Lotta, you go. I wish I could be an investigative photographer too. Finish your spirit medium training first. Lotta, what do you mean by making it up to us? Well, you see. Actually, I got a bit of information for you. What? That Von Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it. What information? Now we're getting to the heart of it. See, I reckoned we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange. Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us. Pause that. Great. Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Ugh. Hey, I see you thinking, my, how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. No. We're just disappointed that we thought we'd get free info. Let me tell you, most southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just the exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We got a deal or not? What do we do, Nick? Yeah, sure, deal. We don't have any other leads. How much? Huh? You completely off your rocker? I mean, I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the poor. Thanks. The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen, what I need from you is information about Gordy. Gordy? But Gordy doesn't- I mean, Gordy might not exist. Then bring me proof that shows he don't. Huh? I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something, you'll come find me first. Okay. Right. See you later. Great. I forgot about this part. Alright, time to go hunting. You don't seriously mean Gordy? I sure do. What about Edgeworth? We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it? Okay. And how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Maybe we can find a monster myth specialist? Wow, I see some decorating has happened in the last 5 minutes. What's that? The Steel Samurai, Nick. Yo, Maya. Larry. What the heck is that? Oh, it was my girl Kiance's idea. She was all, if you like, put this here, it'd be real cool. Oh, she gave it to me along with the banner. Wow. That's really impressive she could find those for you. Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free. Right. Doesn't the Steel Samurai look a little out of place? I mean, it's so huge. I guess it's good advertising. Something about the Steel Samurai just doesn't work for me. Huh? It looks pretty well made to me. Still a novice, aren't you, Nick? Really, true connoisseurs like Cody and me don't fall for this kind of stuff. Steel Samurai fans are obviously in a league of their own. Oops. Those flags look sadly out of place here, flapping listlessly back and forth in a cold wind under a cold sky. I know, I think it gives the place kind of a festive atmosphere. Reminds me of the War of the Eyeglasses. The War of what? Huh? What? You mean you don't know the War of the Eyeglasses? What the heck is it? Our local fair used to do it every summer. Huh, I guess we were the only ones. And what was it? We're not gonna tell you. Can't get over the samurai dogs. The original samurai dogs, no less. Hey man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign? Good idea! What have I done? What's this machine? That's a compressor. I use it to fill up a balloon with the air. Oh, neat. Just got it repaired yesterday. Man, what a drag that was. Trash can's empty. It's just a sign. Okay. Yo, Nick. What happened with Edgy? Well, he made it through the first day in court all right. I know how good our prospects are from here on out, though. Huh? Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy. Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school. No? Really? Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quickly. Transferred. Right, when the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry. When did you get that thing? Hmm? Oh, the big guy? I've had that for about a month. It's a big hit with the kids. Why wasn't it there yesterday? Also, why are you sweating bullets about it? Huh? Oh, right. The compressor was busted. Compressor? Yeah, it's a little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs. Oh. And here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself. Do you think Gordy really exists? Nah, I think somebody probably just saw something else they just thought was Gordy. But I'll keep selling samurai dogs until the truth's out. Nope. 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 Okay. We probably have to find it elsewhere. There we go. It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good. Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over. I get it. Boats. Police took the boat. We still can't get into this area yet. Hey y'all. Well, you find anything out about Gordy? No. Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at nighttime. It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze. Whoa, no you don't. No sneezing. Achoo! I told you no sneezing! See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. The trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, sorry's nice, but what about my film? Nick, pay the lady. Sob. I learned something in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about the case anymore. Huh? Whoa, didn't you say you had information? Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. What are you gonna do if Gordy doesn't exist? I'll quit being an investigative photographer. What? After all, I only have one photo to my name so far. Was it a good one? You bet. A UFO. A UFO? Anyway, if I can't get a career making photo this time around, then that's it. I'll quit and go back to school. So you really are a university student? Yeah, well, I'm taking a break for a bit. Alright. Okay, it's just the same. Well, no, what if we present her with this paper? You know, I was wondering... Yeah? What if you get a picture of Gordy, and it turns out like this enlargement did? A blurry picture like that doesn't make a hit story. I need a picture that screams, I am Gordy, hear me roar. I can't turn something like this into a paper. What kind of fool do y'all think I am? Kind of fool that would turn a blurry picture in as evidence at a murder trial? Not to mention claiming she saw something she didn't see? Yep, I have to say I know exactly squat about that. Okay. I'm glad I did that enlargement. No kidding. If we didn't have that, Edgeworth would be in prison now or worse. There's never a lack of drama when you're on case, is there, Nick? What, are you always on the verge of horrible failure like this? Maybe. Careful, the stress will send you to an early grave. Thanks for the cheerful submissions of support. Gotta do what I gotta do to get a picture of Gordy. That's why I raised the sensitivity of my mic. Just watch yourself from now on, okay? Sorry. Hey, Nick. What, don't tell me you're hungry again. It's just... Oh, that's the aluminum conversation. We've done that. And we've done the no camping one. Doesn't... No. That's that one. Okay. Do you think Gordy really exists? Nah. Right. Okay. Well, I guess we could go to the precinct. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again. What do you mean, again? Whatever, have a seat. I'm here for you if you need anything. Besides money, that is. How's the investigation proceeding? It's not really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's motive. His motive? See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident, and the guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hammond. They're saying that's why Mr. Edgeworth shot him. And Edgeworth never talks about his past. I'm about to drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too. Oh, poor Mr. Edgeworth. I gotta admit, doesn't look good, pal. Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy? The monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Well, we're looking for it. Huh? Are you out of your minds? Eek! You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little questioning for me, then? Oh, Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick. I told Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lotta. Nick, try telling him sooner next time. Sorry. I see. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. I, Detective Gumshoe, will aid you in your search for Gordy. Huh? I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons for finding evidence. Ooh, secret weapon. Really? You can take whichever one you like. Give us the goods. Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show them to you. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret number 1, Missile. Missile? He's a canine police dog, still in training. Oh, I forgot about Missile. The writer of the Ace Attorney series and Ghost Trick has a dog named Missile. And so Missile often shows up in his games. And if you need like a pick-me-up for like a good time for a day, Googling Shu Takumi's dog Missile is definitely worthwhile. Missile, here boy. Woof. There he is. He's cute. Look, Nick, cute dog. A cute dog. And this will help us how? Next, secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster. Yeah. How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. Okay, this next one is the last one. No, please, I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Secret weapon number 3, a metal detector. Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive. Right. How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector? Hey, you never know. It might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect. I can't make up my mind either for the totally opposite reason. I suppose it can't hurt to borrow one of them. I don't remember. Give me the dog. Can we borrow Missile? Sure thing, pal. Be good to him. He's so cute. Oh boy. I don't remember doing this. Missile is a big star in criminal affairs. Why is he named Missile? Huh? Now that you mention it, I'm not sure. But I hear he's aptly named for what it's worth. Alright, let's go take Missile for a walk. Yeah, see, I remember the metal detector. I don't know if the dog actually does anything, but I kinda just want to take the dog for a walk. Missile's been acting strangely. Missile? Oh, alright. A little creature of the detectives. Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy. Grrr. What's wrong, Missile? It's eating all the samurai dogs. My samurai dogs. Wow, he ate every single one. Sorry, Larry. Sorry? Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick. It's gonna have to. Hey, Larry, look, it's Missile. Isn't he cute? What am I going to tell the big boss? There's a big boss in charge of your hot dog stand? Nick, maybe the stand is a front from mafia money laundering scheme. I think you should probably try to look a little sorry about what happened. Oh, right. My poor dogs. Well, what? Nope, nothing happened here. Hey, Lotta. Oh, cute. He yours? He's a canine police dog. His name's Missile. Huh. Canines are the one they use to sniff for things, right? I wonder what Gertie smells like. I hadn't thought about that. Who else can I talk to about this police dog? Not because I think it'll actually do anything for the story, I just want to see people talk to it. Ooh. Oh, Edgeworth's not here. I can't show him new pup friend. You already know about new pup friend. Right. Don't waste time showing me things. But I want to. He's not here. Alright. Can we borrow one of the other things? Yeah, but I have to take back the one I lent you. I'm gonna grab the metal detector. Remember, you're hunting for a monster. Anything is possible. Nick, it's beeping. The metal detector's found something. Sure is loud enough about it. Well, must be in those bushes. Go check it out. Why do I have to check it out? Nick, look. Huh? An air tank. Huh, the valve looks broken. I thought it was Gordy. Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster? Huh. There's something wrapped around this air tank. Looks like a string of flags. Well, might as well take it with us for now. Air tank of dubious value. Okay, cool. Whoop. What? An air tank? What about it? Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Say, is this air tank yours? Oh, why would I have a thing like that? Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank valve? It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai. Must be a coincidence. There's strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools, induced car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway? You used this to inflate that, didn't you? Inflate what? What else? The big puffy steel samurai. Now why would you go asking me a question like that? Well, looks like I hit the nail on the head. Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always use was on the fritz, so I tried using the tank to inflate it just once. And it didn't go so well. As I suspected. It didn't go so well? Yeah. You think you want to be a little more specific? Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it. Tell us, tell us, tell us, tell us, tell us. Fine. Whatever. It's like what I said, the compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then, blam! The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And the tank took off like a rocket. And it took my poor deflated steel samurai with it. What? Off into Gourd Lake? It scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. So the tank of the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next? Well, all that happened on the 20th or so. The 20th, a week ago. As far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kianci gave me that steel samurai after all. And when did you find it? Just the night before last. It flew way out there. Took me 4 whole days to find it. The night before last was the night of the murder! Oh, sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder. But you see, I went home before midnight. So you didn't know about what happened? No. That's too bad. It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least. A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her. Okay, so I just talked to her. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. You all got that scoop on Gordy for me yet? Lotta, there's no such thing as Gordy. What? How y'all be so sure? Really, Nick? Y'all got some proof? The proof that Gordy doesn't exist? Of course I have proof. No lawyer worth his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Here's the proof. Larry's air tank. What are y'all doing with an air tank? This is Gordy. Excuse me? What exactly are you saying, Nick? There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand. There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, a friend of mine tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently it made a loud bang when it flew. A bang. The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo. Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai? Steel Samurai strikes again. Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams. I'm sorry, Lotta. Nah, it's okay, you win. I'll give you your info like I promised. Poor Lotta. So, tell us this information. I overheard the cops around here saying something about the witness tomorrow. They said he's the caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here. Boat rental? There's something there. I mean, it looks so deserted. Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out. Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get crackin'. Hold on. Something else? Yeah, the night of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know. Yes, I know. Wait, so you have another photo? Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all. Just the lake. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here. Shows an empty lake. Bye now. Time for me to pack up and leave. Poor Lotta. It's all Larry's fault. Legend still lives on, I guess. The legend? Yeah, the legend of Larry. Familiar to all who know him from any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Someone should whip that butts into shape. Right. So this was taken 10 minutes beforehand. That's going to be important. But now, maybe we can actually do something over here. Hey, Nick. This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. There's nothing really to check out. Nobody around. There's boats. Oh. Ah, there's the parrot. Meg, that you? How's that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Nick, you handle this. I think I'll leave this one to you, Maya. Meg? Yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone? Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running? An old man like me. Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello. Squawk. Nick, what was that? A parrot. The one on that perch. Keith. Yes? I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. Nick, what's the wet noodle? It's probably the name of his pasta shop. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello. Squawk. Yep. Zzz. Fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. Lots of various fish in Gourd Lake, aren't there? Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Look, a little safe. It's locked. Klepto. Oh, he's got a television here too. This fishing pole looks expensive. Look, Nick, he has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. I mean, technically, it's not the blanket that's really electric. This is a kotatsu. But close enough. That's a great idea. We should do that at the office. I agree. We should have a kotatsu at the office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa. And what? Talk about murders? Oh, you're a party pooper, Nick. I would seriously love a little kotatsu at home. I don't know where I'd put it. But I'd find space. Looks like a kitchen unit. Pretty clean. Funny, he doesn't look like the type who'd keep things tidy like that. You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me. What, you forgot Meg? You gotta call her name first. Her name? Polly, how you been? Hello, hello. Squawk. See? Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Too bad all she can say is hello. Har har har. Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. The secret words? Jacob said during Desert Bus there's a shop that sold kotatsu small enough for an apartment space. Yeah, Oh, I know, we've had conversations. I'm excited for the idea of anyone having a kotatsu. That just should be a thing in every house. Okay, let's see if we can talk to him. A pasta shop. Yep, to think the wet noodle will live on while I'm gone. My father started it, you know, so that makes you two the third generation. Meg? Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes? You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy? Meg! Yes? You know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you? I feel like that's not true. Right, of course, everyone knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep this all in the family charade? He's gotta know something about the murder. Oh, this is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle. Though, now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, yo dude, we want to ride in one of your boats. That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. Pretty confused myself. Nick, this isn't going anywhere. But he has to be the witness for tomorrow's trial, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. Ah, my memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly there. Everything? Important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number of the safe? 1228, Squawk. Alright! Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? Heh see, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes. Can I open the safe now? Dang it. Polly, what's your name? Polly, Squawk. Cute. Maya's found a new friend. Interesting. Alright. Now listen here, Keith. Remember that tricolor pasta we were talking about? Our rainbow lily? I figured out the last color we should use. Indigo blue! Indigo blue. That didn't seem to work the way I thought it would. Let's see if he reacts to anything. I'm starting to understand why she keeps getting accused of crimes. Yeah, I mean, we can go around being like, can I have that? What if I just take that? I mean, shouldn't really lead to just, like, accusations of murder, but... Didn't I show him that? Yeah, okay. I thought I did. There's nothing new up here. Anything... Oh, she's not even here anymore. Okay. Detective Gumshoe isn't here. He did say he had to go a meeting to go to. That's right. Let's come back later. Okay, so we can't swap out stuff currently. No one over here. How about... Nope. Any thoughts? I was in detention all day. I think I'd like more time to think. What should we do? I don't know. I've been in detention the whole time. Ah. We're missing something. So those three places, these are all useless places to be right now. So we must be doing, there must be something we have to do in the park. Which means we have to talk to somebody. If Lotta's not around... This is a conversation we've done before. Alright. Well, it kind of suggests that everything we need might be just in here. And I presented everything on that page. Just double check these items. Okay. So maybe something else in the room. Safe is locked. Talk to the bird. Well, I haven't... Oh, that's a lawyer's badge. Yeah, it's the one thing that I always forget to show people because it's not useful most of the time. I don't believe it. This old guy, first person to recognize my badge. That's not true. We used it to make, a lot of talk. I get it. Hmm? Yep, I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Nick, now's our chance to clear things up. Sir? No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on the lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister? Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, please tell me I have to take over the wet noodle. You'll run the wet noodle. I mean, given the amount of income we have coming on, honestly, might be a good idea. Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say? You too, Meg. Yes? You bring a tear to this old man's eyes, you know. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, hello. Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Oh, shit. Was I supposed to tell him you won't be needing that badge to run a pasta shop? Toss it. I think I'll hold on to it if you don't mind. Well, maybe now that he's seen that and he's talking differently, I can show him other things. You know about Gordy? Nope. Okay, so his thing is now falling asleep. Yep, I've seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith? Yes? It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad? Do you know something about this? Yep, the other night out on the lake. Yes? Yes? I know all about that. I've seen it. What? Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Well, it was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang! A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. What did he say? Yeah. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, promise. We need to know earlier than that. You know what? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yeah, that kid next door, you always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out of his face. Must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. Comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're gonna get much useful information out of this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I have one question. Huh? Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk. Don't forget, DL6, squawk. Huh? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget, DL6, squawk. What? The DL6 incident? Hey, mister. Dad? This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? Why would that bird Polly know about DL6? We have to figure out who that old man is. Oh, what? He locked the door from the other side. We're not getting back in. Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. So let's see, we need to go talk to... Wait, no, not examine. Move, 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 move. Hey pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? I'm just gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. I need to refill my tea anyway. Alright, back. Alright, let's make sure. Yep, great. Do you know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Yeah? The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How do you... Oh, that was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, Detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. In this case, they thought they had a witness who basically saw the crime, and you have this other witness who seems a little foggy and hard to get information out of. I could kind of understand them being like, maybe this isn't a witness we'd want on the stand. As we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, I have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. It was everything to do with this case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about that either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, If you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. We have this parrot. The old man at the boat rental shop parrot. It knew about the incident. That incident? DL6. What? Here's a flashback about what happened. We're just gonna breeze through that. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? Nick, you think he might be? I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Though, there is the station's record room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Ooh, new place to go. To the records room! I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Get all these organized files. Wow! It's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find the DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through the 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Okay, the case summary. Right. Summary. Here it is. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all the lights went out. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? That would be scary. Like that in the dark? There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. Yeah, being in an elevator when an earthquake goes off is probably one of the scariest things I can think of. Do you have data on the victim? Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles? Well, yes, Miles Edgeworth. So he was in the elevator with his father. Great deduction. From the angle of the bullet and the other evidence, it could not have been suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh? It sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Okay, what about the suspect? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Let's see. Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so that he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we gonna take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Okay, so there'll be a second day of trial. Probably a third end of investigation. Yeah, we could probably get through the trial portion at least. The court is now in session. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statements. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Oh, that'll make the stream shorter. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of their statement just now? Ugh, must you question everything? We'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Okay. Call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. The mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant, The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. What do you mean? My memory... Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear it. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats. And then I heard a bang. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. And then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes, Mr. Wright? I don't care about your 3-minute prediction. Of course I'm gonna cross-examine the witness. Very well. Well, you guys wanted a breakdown. We got one. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma. 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well, then let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. It's the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Just after midnight, you say? Yeah, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. You see? Continue. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. When I looked out of the window, I saw a boat. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. I figured there were 2 men out there. But you couldn't see them clearly. At the time. At the time. Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony. The boat comes back to shore. By your window? By my window, right outside the window of my little shack. Could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. Well, this is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad? Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure that person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Oh, no, he fell down. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into this cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Oh, we would have done it without that. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is just glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial is gonna be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Yes? That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in the witness's testimony is true. So wait, you're suggesting that he fired with his left hand, then wiped the prints, and then just touched the gun with his right hand? Like, that makes any sense? The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But this word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Can you hear me, sis? Please? We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. Think he may have already. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Wait! Who was that just now? Me! Huh? What? Larry! What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order. Well, this is the first time something like has happened in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's giving us a final chance. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. Oh, you're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Oh, phew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. No, the judge is actually fine. He's just kind of a dimwit. Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh. You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right? Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma, has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Oh, everything's on Larry now. Yeah, Larry. Can't control Larry. This time it's the butts for someone else. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin. Okay, cool. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. No way to go but forward. That night I was out in the boat on the lake. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? Looking for something? Yeah, Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Around what time was that? Let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around midnight, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. But I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order, order. Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa, whoa. Everyone just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay. That's just the most important part. So we do have... What is it? Is it this one? No. Oh. It's this one. We have the photo basically saying that it's not actually midnight, so we know what time he actually left. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. I wish I could be more helpful. Let's see. Maybe I present this here? Not really. It's not a contradiction, it's... After I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Maybe I'm supposed to point out that there were 2 gunshots? Fired 3 times. Yeah, okay, it's the 2 gunshots. So what happens if you try to think too hard, far ahead in front of the game. What? You only heard 1 bang, you sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Hmm? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts. What? You only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Ah, well... I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude. With my headphones. What? Order. And stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Kamera, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Yes? Your Honor, I have no other ways to do anything. Please, please let him continue. Bah. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this. It's lonely, being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it, real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the GA was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't it this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things over the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Yeah, all right, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I have to continue this. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. So you turned on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know. You don't know what it's like to be alone on Christmas Eve. Alone! I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to a radio show. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? Really loud. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until I get to the bottom of what happened. Did I not just do that? Does this count now? Nope. Just after midnight. Is this again? Oh, it's this again. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with that face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know that I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. And almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we have heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas! This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. What does this mean? Well, it means it wasn't Christmas. Have you been listening? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? He's not mistaken. I've been trying to show this piece of proof for like 3 times now. You were going to take it. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence? Show me the evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Finally! Look at this photograph! You look at it! It was taken by our witness, Miss Lotta Hart with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh, But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was almost definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. In fact, it is in fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Well, we have the fact that there's a gun that shot 3 times. So, I'm gonna go with that. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Oh, running with hunches is definitely not a safe thing to do. We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit, it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says midnight 15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. Edgeworth and the murderer. It was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, I didn't think we'd tell the court that out loud, Phoenix. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right. It's... I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Well, I guess we would be suggesting in his house. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have any proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Searching. That night he was out on the lake in a boat, searching for something. He finds it, returns the boat. Then, just as he starts to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close. And where would that be if he just returned a boat? The boat shop! Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But if we gotta start somewhere. And if I go slowly, maybe we'll figure it out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Ah, details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Oh, just wait, we haven't even hit all of the turnabouts yet. I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then, he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I'd like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. You heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry. I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him, quickly! We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Oh, hey Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got an extension. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. And I think that's where we're gonna leave this today. Yeah. We have day 3 investigation and day 3 trial, and that will take a little bit of time. So we're gonna leave it here for today. We'll come back to this game probably Saturday, which I know is a long time away, but I'm on AFK tomorrow night, and then I think I'm on long game this week as well. So, you know, Friday's like a maybe, but I might just need a break from doing stream stuff at that point. Let's go raid. Looks like Pat's streaming. Pat's probably still... Yeah, Pat's doing some sort of platinum Pokemon thing. So we're gonna go raid my friend Pat, because they do some fun content. Yeah. This, so yeah, there's, what else do I want to say? We're gonna, I'd say probably finish episode 4. I do think this cart has a 5th episode on it, and then we'll do that. And when we get through the first game, because I know this is a trilogy, we'll probably take a break with a short game, maybe a short indie thing that'll be like a couple sessions long before diving into game 2. And then we'll do the same thing where we go through game 2 and maybe take another short break with another indie title before finishing up the trilogy. As weird as it sounds, because like the first game itself kind of has some encapsulation with other cases, the trilogy really has like a overarching thing as well. So I do want to do all 3 of them fairly close together, but I also don't want to burn us out too hard on it, which is why we're going to take some breaks in between with some shorter stuff that's maybe a little less reading heavy. So we'll see. We've got probably another 3 streams of this one, because I think I think episode 5 on this is pretty long too. Yeah. All right. I'll see you later. Let's go say hi to Pat, and take care, everybody. I hope you're enjoying these games, because I like them a lot.